Hey, what's up everybody? Captain RedBeard here for March's Loot Crate, and I'm sure there's some March madness in it. Mike told me to make a sports reference, so there you go. This month's theme is covert, so spies and sleuths, won't you join us? Beard on the box. It is March's Loot Crate, and this month's theme is covert, so we're going to open this covert black box and see what's inside. First thing I noticed is the box has a theme, as it always does. Kind of a cool keyboard, computer-looking theme. I'm sure you can open it up and it turns into something, as most of them do. And the first thing I see in the box is a t-shirt. Everyone loves t-shirts. And this one is a very cool, depressed James Bond shirt. And he says, "This is stirred," because as you know, he likes his martinis shaken.
A martini, shaken, not stirred.
He's so bummed out, but it's a very clever shirt, and I'm sure I'm going to see like a bunch of other Loot Crate people with it. And it's kind of like being in a motorcycle gang. We see someone with a Loot Crate shirt, you're like, and then they're like, "Why are you pointing at me?" And you're like, and you just confuse like the crap out of them. That's what I do. I don't know how you guys approach other looters, but what's next in the box? We got a stealth wristwatch, which is kind of cool. The face of it is actually, it's like all rubber, so there's actually no face, but it says "Try me," so I shall. And oh, that is so fancy! That is so fancy! It's got its little digital display, pops up, all stealth-like. So in case you don't want a stranger to know what the time is, but you do, I guess. That's what a stealth wristwatch is for. Next up, we have what looks to be like a lanyard, so I'm gonna figure that's going to go to something. We have an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Collectible thing. So let's go ahead and we'll open this guy up. And okay. And it looks like it's like a S.H.I.E.L.D. name badge. Next up is a Field Notes notebook. As a matter of fact, I love these things. Loot Crate sends out a lot of these little notepads, but they're incredibly useful, whether you need to be a spy, you're just like stalking an ex-girlfriend, or if you need to go to this grocery store and keep a list and you just hate having digital things on your phone. This is great. Everyone needs notebooks, especially when you're a super stealth sleuth spy. Covert. Let's see, what else we got? We have a digital comic here for the first issue of Ninjak #1, which I'm not really sure what it's about, but it's by Valiant Comics, so I'm going to check that out. That seems really cool. Love comic books. Next up is the world famous Mad Libs comic, which is super fun. So this is a spy theme, of course. It is a Loot Crate themed Mad Libs comic. I honestly have not done a Mad Libs in years, so I'm stoked. This looks like a ton of fun. Next, you have what looks like a paracord wristband. These are actually really, really neat. They were really popular a couple years back, and they still kind of are. What's really cool with these, if you're camping or if you're, I don't know, hijacked by some villains and you need some rope to get away, you would unspool this, and then you would have your very own rope. But it also makes a very stylish orange and black Loot Crate themed wristband, which is pretty sweet. You have the button, the Loot Crate themed button for March, which is covert operations. I'm actually collecting a lot of these on lanyards, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are, and like taking them to conventions and seeing other looters and going, as you do. The famous Loot Crate magazine. There was only 1 month that they didn't print this, and there was the month that I was in. Still kind of depressed about that. Mike from Loot Crate, looking at you, I want my issue. But always very cool. It shows featured looters and stuff like that. So again, if you guys subscribe to Loot Crate, and if you haven't yet, we'll talk about doing that at the end of the video. But if you do, make sure you tweet out a picture of yourself, throw it up on Instagram. They love that stuff. Share the loot love, and they might put you in the magazine or on their Facebook page. So that's kind of cool. Last, but certainly not least, is a Orphan Black comic book, which is a very famous sci-fi show about clones out of the Great White North and Canada.
When you're visiting the Great White North of Canada, you got your Canada-do's and you got your Canada-don'ts.
Which happens to be my old stomping grounds. I was born there. Not many of you know that, because I was a super spy and stealth about it until I just admitted to it on the internet. But yeah, born in Canada, and really cool Orphan Black. I'm really digging these Loot Crate exclusive comics. I've recently got in comics again, which is just a really terrible rabbit hole to fall down because it ends up costing a butt ton of money. But very cool. Love comic books, and you don't need to spend extra money, especially when you subscribe to Loot Crate. So the way that you can save a lot of money is by going to lootcrate.com/RedBeard TV, and during the checkout process, make sure you use the password RedBeard to get your super awesome, super stealth, super sleuthy Loot Crate. Next month, make sure you subscribe now because there's still time to get in on April's Loot Crate. Remember, use the keyword RedBeard during the checkout process, and you're gonna get some amazing stuff, child. I got a t-shirt, and I don't ever have to go to the store because I subscribe to Loot Crate. They just provide all the clothing I need and all the love and affection because who needs friends when you have Loot Crate?